What's up guys, and welcome to my second video on my Appel fan project, Appel Expedition. And this video is mainly just to help you guys understand how to beat some of the levels, give some tips and tricks on it, but it will not help you guys find the red apple or the yellow apple. If you guys want to see that, then I'll be happy to make it. But for now, I'll just cut to the chase. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so this is my very first level, Flattens. And to be honest, it's not too bad of a level. You just have to be a bit quick here, but it's really just some simple jumps. You gotta go into that hole to dodge the crusher, back on, and ride the crusher to the next checkpoint. And this part I made it a bit easier because of a comment that I saw, but it wasn't even too bad to start with. And here, it's pretty easy as well. Just remember to switch walls, you do have to unlock. Now here there's an indicator to tell you where the trigger is. You can head back down, the trigger's unlocked, dodge this troll, and you're in the goal. Alright, we are now on my second level, Death Chamber. Now, I have made a video on this before, and it's not too much changed besides some extra things, like for example, the eyes are now coming out of these, I guess, glitched blocks, although they are part of the game originally. And of course I added spikes just to make it a bit more dangerous, but really nothing's actually changed about it besides texturing and looks. Lastly, we have this section, and to be honest, I think you guys might need to watch this part if you need to memorize it. However, it is easily possible just to react to it. I actually did not memorize it prior to this, but I just had some nice reaction speed and could dodge it. After that, it's a pretty easy level and you're done. Well, here's my third level triggered, which has been completely revamped. Alright, as you can see, this part is already different, and this part is no longer just blind luck, it's actually just speed. Although I have been pretty lenient with it. You have to activate the trigger to escape, but it's a bit dangerous because the master will be coming after you. Now, this next part, just two quick platforms. You have to do a pretty nice jump onto it. I was kind of just stupid and died. And this next part, again, you just have to be quick, but it's not just ultimate spam of mashes. Now here, just get in the pattern, and it's not too bad. I gave you another checkpoint right after this, and here, if you're quick enough, the matches don't need to go down, and that is great. On to the fourth level, which starts out with a bang. You gotta dodge those Goombas. And as with level 3, this one has been completely revamped. This one you just gotta stand on the edge. That might be a bit confusing. And here, it really wasn't changed too much at all. You just gotta activate the mashes and make sure to dodge them. This part was actually made quite a bit harder. These are some pretty precise jumps. And after that, you finally get a checkpoint. And the bird spam has been minimized quite a bit. And they're really just there to distract you because there's a very low chance they're actually going to hit you. Now, this part, it's best just to ride the mashes and dodge the pips. Now next we have some jumps that look a bit difficult on conveyor belts, but if you just hold right the whole time, it's actually not too bad. And this is a really easy jump. I made it a lot easier than the jump on level 11 of Absurd Appel, if you know what I'm talking about. Now here it can be a bit difficult to see the platforms. You can use the new feature I added, although this is not the best demonstration of it because it was actually distracting me and I died. But it's not too bad of a level, and that is it. Level 5, in and out. This is where things get a bit more difficult. The eyes can be a bit confusing here, but the pattern's pretty easy. Now here, you just gotta go on the trampolines that are indicated, and you will not get sprung into the spikes. Now this was a bit difficult. You have to wait a couple cycles for the worm, for the eye to be in cycle as well. Here, easy trampoline jump, and this is a completely revamped version of the old version. I like the old version better. Unfortunately, I don't think you guys want to load 1695 assets every single time you load Appel Expedition. So we are not making this an Appel Plus, so instead we just use Goombas and some purple Goombas on the top. Now here it's just some left to right dodging, really nothing too bad. This is just the classic falling blocks onto spikes. Again, nothing too serious. It is a bit difficult because it is my 5th level. And here, it's actually really convenient. After you carve the path out, the way back's actually extremely easy. I mean, look at this. So anyway, now that you've done that, you can grab the next checkpoint, wait for the eye bits, and just backtracking back to the trampoline that you saw at the start. That will boost you up to the goal. So after a couple simple jumps, you can make it back here to the trampoline section again. And you have the final checkpoint of the level. You just gotta go back and do this part again. And now we have reached the trampoline, boosts you all the way up here to the blue platform, and it pushes you all the way to the goal. Next up is my level 6 speed, and to be honest, it goes a bit too fast for me to provide any accurate commentary on this, so I'm just going to let you guys watch. Alright, on to my 7th level heights, and I can provide a bit better commentary on this one. The first one requires a blue platform. You want to jump on it, otherwise the momentum might carry you off into, let's just say, some pretty sharp stuff. Anyway, these jumps, make sure to crouch because it's really hard to control your momentum if you're not. And after this, these are, I will say, some pretty precise jumps. You need to be crouching a lot, just like here. Next, we have this little falling section, and again, pretty difficult. You do have to control your momentum quite well, and this part, I actually made it a lot easier than in the previous version, so now it's not too bad. Now as for the spring section, this one, you honestly just have to be very precise to not let those springs, spring you into those spikes. That one is a troll, which is, if you're wondering, that's why I did not go on it. Now, after you get the key, that is actually just it for the level. It is level 7, so it's hard, but not too hard. And after heading back down and not doing that, you are done with the level. Level 8, Momentum, probably my most difficult level besides level 9, as well as the most confusing. So if you're wondering, guys, that is how you get momentum. You go off to the left and leave at the very last second to make these, I will say, very precise jumps. It is not easy. Now here I use some of the I guess glitch blocks, the best way to call them. And here it's honestly probably the easiest part of the level. You just gain a bit of momentum. And this part is mostly where the level gets its name from. You need a bunch of momentum, and you need to stand on the very edge of that blue platform to make that jump. And I will say, this jump, insanely precise. I did cheese it this time, however, I am sure that you guys do not want to see just the cheese version, so here is the real version. Just like that, not too bad, because that is patched currently. That is how I found out that that's cheese, I guess. Now, this last part, actually a pretty hard jump in all honesty. I failed this. It's kind of embarrassing. I tried to get the most momentum I can, but that is not how you do it, guys. This is. My final level, level 9, properly named the finale. Now, this level is a combination of all of my different levels. As you can see, this one is based on Death Chamber, but it's a bit different. Now eyes are coming from both the top and the bottom, but it's still pretty easy. You only have to survive for 500 frames. Now, this next part is based on Scorched, and this time you have to get 2 triggers instead of just 1 to escape this section. It's a bit spikier, and it's not super easy in all honesty, but as long as you know the triggers, which I indicated, it's not too bad. Next, we have this section based on Triggered, and honestly, I could see some people getting really annoyed at this section. SW Scray actually was, but personally I don't find it too bad. If you guys are really annoyed at it, then I will change it, but I mean, I purposely made it so the cycles aren't too bad. Next, we have the section that is based on air ride here. Now, there's some pretty precise jumps with the saws, but they are not too bad. And after that, these are some pretty easy jumps through these mashes. The real hard jump is at the end where you need some nice momentum and you have to quickly jump off the platforms. And then next, we have the section based off explosive exploit. And to be honest, I have no clue why there's no Goombas at the top there. I mean, it makes this section way too easy. But once you have the key, this spring can spin you up all the way over here onto this section that is based off of speed. And I'll be honest, it doesn't really look like speed much, but I didn't want to be too repetitive, so I changed some things up. Here, all you have to do is destroy the correct blocks, and you can progress on to what is based off level 7 heights. Now that is a troll spring, which is why I avoided it, and here you just gotta use I guess that little glitch where you can jump after getting on a spring, and it's not too bad. Now this section is based off of level 8's momentum. As you can see, it does get pretty precise, especially here. I'm so close but could not make it, and here you just gotta wall jump really low on that first one, if that's confusing you. Anyway, after that kind of precise wall jump, that is it. All the levels. Thank you guys for watching.